all of a sudden there's like some issues going on in Portland because Dame Lillard was tweeting to some fans, and some fans were saying that that Portland should move on from and all that stuff. Man, I was like, man, if Portland did decide to trade Dame Lillard, and I'm the Warriors, I'm grabbing them, right? So I'm gonna show you how it would look if the Warriors actually did a trade with Dame Lillard, and who I would actually trade if I'm the Warriors, right? So this is what it would look like. Dame and Jeremy Grant straight up for Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and since Dame is the better player of those four, the Warriors would probably have to send over a draft pick to make it a sweet deal for the Blazers, right? So what the Blazers would get in that situation is they would get an opportunity to now have Simons be the guy for their squad instead of him, like, being a small two guard beside Dame, and neither one of them can guard big guards. So now you get Simons at the point, Klay Thompson and his $43 million a swap over. You can start Shaedon Sharpe, who showed promise as a rookie this year, and then Draymond Green and Nurkic, right? So that's what you get. And then on the side, the Warriors side, you get Steph, Dame, you get the best backcourt in the league, right? You still got Wiggins as a great defender and a great third option for offense. You get Jeremy Grant, who's also a way better offensive player than Draymond Green in terms of scoring, but you don't get much fall off as a defender because he can defend all the positions 1 through 4, just like Draymond did. Plus, he give you a little bit of length at the rim with shot blocking, and then you couple that with Loney, and you got a good starting five with Poole and Kuminga being able to get minutes coming off the bench, right? That way, you're not paying Klay $43 million to be the fifth best player on your team. You can pay Dame similar money to that, but Dame would be someone that's actually unguardable. So you got Steph unguardable, Dame, right? And then you're not playing 27 to Draymond to be the sixth best player on your team and punch teammates, and you don't have to get rid of Poole because Draymond is still there, and you still don't get a lot of fall off from the defense, and then you just keep going. So if I'm Lacob, the owner for the Warriors, and I'm paying that luxury tax, I'd rather pay that luxury tax for a backcourt of Steph and Dame versus pay that luxury tax for a backcourt of Steph and Klay with Draymond Green on the roster, and he's got problems with everybody in the locker room. So what's your thoughts? And stop breathing on the mic like Kendrick Perkins.
I'm not breathing on the mic, man.
You sound just like Kendrick Perkins, man.
I can't take a deep breath, man. But so at first when you told me, it seemed kind of crazy because it's just like it seems like a wild trade. But the more I think about it, the more I look at it, and it's like, honestly, you kind of owe it to Dame for the loyalty that he has shown over the years, and then you guys just haven't really given him any help. I think it would be, again, you said you got to see how the money works, but if the money is good, and I mean, you maybe might have to throw in a pick or two.
Yeah.
But if the money is good, I think it would benefit both teams.
Which team would say no to that?
Portland.
You think Portland say no?
Yeah, just because if they did say no, it would just be because they're not ready to face the music and realize, like, we haven't been able to have the winning culture that we wanted when we drafted Dame in all these years, and they're just not ready to realize that. I think because of what happened in the offseason last year, or in the preseason this season for Golden State, I think that they're looking at the money, they're looking at who they're paying that money to, and realizing that there are other guys in the league that they could pay that same money to and get better production. Klay has not been the same after coming back from back-to-back year-long injuries, and Draymond was never really an offensive weapon anyway, and he's more so declined from what he was before at that. And you're paying Klay, what'd you say, 43 or 41?
43.
43 million. That contract was out of respect.
It was. Yeah, it was out of respect.
That
43
contract was out
million
of
next year.
respect.
43 million next year, and we don't even know if you're better than Poole at this moment right now. And you're making double his salary.
Yeah,
right.
That contract was out of respect. And then Draymond is just so honestly, I don't know, man. You could probably, since this is the last year on both of those contracts, they might ride it out one more year. We got to see when Dame and Jeremy's contracts are up, and then it might just be a free agent bonanza, or they might try and do a sign and trade middle of the season before the deadline or something. I don't know, but I think Golden State would definitely, because I think they still think that they can get like 3 or 4 good runs out of Steph and Wiggins, and now you add Jordan Poole, and you got some decent bench production. I think they just if you move on from Draymond and Klay and you pick up a Dame and Jeremy Grant, I think that just sends you right back to top 3 contention in the Western Conference.
It will make them real good. Jeremy Grant is gonna be a free agent. So this was the last year of his contract. He was making 20 mil. So we'll see what he would be asking for. But that's even still, if he asks for something similar, that's less than Draymond, and he's 29 years old. Give you way more offense and close to the same defense, right? So Dame Lillard's making 42. Well, next year he'll be making 45. So that's that swap for Klay and Dame is really good in the Warriors' favor, because you get a better player for virtually the same amount of money.
Yep.
Right. And how it benefits the Blazers is because you already got your replacement for Dame and Anthony Simons.
Mm-hmm.
And Dame was giving you 28 a game. You can get 28 a game from Anthony Simons if he get the shots that Dame was getting, right?
Yeah.
So you get to get off of Dame's contract, and because his go all the way out to 2026, 2027, where he'll be making 63 mil in 26, 27.
Ooh. Right.
Yeah, so he got 195 guaranteed left on his contract. So
wait a minute. Damian Lillard is from Oakland. Oh yeah, he going home.
Yeah, but they in San Francisco now though.
It's across the bay. It ain't nothing.
Yeah. So it would be dope. He would be going home, right?
Yeah.
So how the Blazers would benefit from that though is because they would get 2 expiring contracts with Klay and Draymond. Mm-hmm. Those contracts are expiring, and it comes off the books after next year. So they would be moving forward with Anthony Simons, and then Dre and Klay will come off the books, and they can go out and go get some free agents around him and or try to build around him in the draft. I would do that. I would take those expiring contracts if I'm Portland, and then if the Warriors was already going to be paying that luxury tax, I'd already be paying the luxury tax with a backcourt of Dame Lillard and Steph than what they got right now. Easy.
$63 million for 1 year is crazy.
Yeah, $63 million. How much?
It jumped from 48 to 58. Good.
Yeah,
God.
And look, and Steph,
he'd be making more than Steph that year.
Yeah, so Steph is 35, right? So next year, making 51, he'll be 36, making 55 at 37, and then making 59 at 38 years old, right?
That'll probably be his last year, honestly.
And Dame is 3 years younger, right? Mm-hmm. And he got a player option. So Steph and Dame contract both will be up at the same time, but Dame got a player option, and he's the younger player. That's interesting. So 25 and 26, they both would be making 58 for Dame and 59 for Steph. Woo!
I think after this contract though, Steph will retire though. I don't think Steph is gonna go to like no. I even think 38 is a stretch for him just because of like the ankle history and whatnot. But being a shooter, you do get a little bit more longevity. You're not attacking the rim that much, not a lot of hard contact. But I don't think he makes it past 38. I think he retires after that season.
So you don't see him. I mean, he could do it.
He'll finish the contract.
Yeah, but he can do what Ray Allen did and come off somebody's bench for a super. Like if somebody put together a super team and they had Steph coming off the bench like Ray Allen in Miami, like do you think if Popovich coached that long and he had Wemby in San Antonio and he was able to build something around Wembanyama and the missing piece was a 6-man like Steph coming off the bench and he did it for the vet minimum, I think he'd do that at 38.
Steph not coming off nobody's bench.
Hey man,
Steph not coming off nobody's bench, man.
Every shooter got to do it at some point.
He could just retire. Shooter. He's already great. He's already the greatest shooter to ever lace him up. So
yeah.
What else?
Well, look at that. Look at the roster for the Blazers though.
It's pretty terrible. I won't lie to you.
I mean, you can say it's terrible, but if you get rid of Dame and you got Anthony Simons, Klay, Draymond, Nurkic, Shaedon Sharpe. And then everybody else is, Karen Reddish come off the books this summer. Nasir Little is locked up, but everybody else, man, they team options or they free agents this year, so they can completely rebuild their roster.
This is true, but they would have to go big shopping in free agency. I mean, they would have the money too, but
I mean, they got the number 3 pick. So look, Dame. Oh man, that's even better. So Dame's gone. You got Anthony Simons, Klay, Draymond, Nurkic, Shaedon Sharpe, and the number 3 pick.
Who's the projected number 3? Because it's Wemby, Scoot, and Brandon Miller. Ain't that Brandon Miller a 2 guard? Or he's a small forward?
A 6'9" 2 guard / small forward. He's a Paul George that can shoot better.
Oh, this will be the time that Klay comes off the bench.
Not for 43.
Well, what?
He gonna have rookie. Now the rookie's definitely coming off the bench.
Brandon, top 3 draft pick is not.
He only got to do it for 1 year. He's
not coming off the bench. The top 10 don't come off the bench. Once you get 11, 12, that's when you start getting the bench rookies. But I'll say top 7. Top 7 are starters.
Okay, it's interesting.
But unless you put Brandon Miller at the 3 and keep Klay at the 2.
Then I mean, but Shaedon Sharpe is just as good as Brandon Miller, if not better.
Then you just run a small lineup then with Nurkic at the 5. I mean, how tall is Shaedon Sharpe?
But you had Draymond. Shaedon Sharpe about 6'8".
Oh shit! Well, somebody's gonna have to come off the bench, and it's not gonna be Brandon Miller.
Why wouldn't it not be the rookie, man?
Because
Shaedon Sharpe came off the bench this year.
He wasn't a top 7 pick.
Was he not?
I don't think so.
He was still lottery.
Lottery is 16 picks,
bro.
I don't know, man. I don't see Brandon. Have you seen him hoop in college?
Have you seen Shaedon Sharpe hoop?
No, I don't really watch the Blazers like that. Cause
I'm talking about before he got to the Blazers. I was watching. See, you ain't no hoop head like me, man. I'm studying.